Hey everyone, Zach here. Today's the final day of Barnes & Noble's summer Criterion sale. So if you took part, hopefully you got some interesting stuff. I know I did. Granted, I did do individual videos on each day of purchasing them, but with this little event coming to a close, I decided to summarize, give some additional thoughts. So first up, 1982's Fanny and Alexander from Ingmar Bergman. I know he's one of the sort of European classics, and this is hailed as one of his best. So I decided to kind of go big. 3-hour theatrical version over 5-hour television version, and even a near 2-hour making of documentary. So throughout the package, there's a pretty long watch, a bit of an event. I might be wrong, but I heard that this is semi-autobiographical, like inspired somewhat by his real life. That'll be interesting to see. (1975's) Picnic at Hanging Rock from Peter Weir. Admittedly, I've only seen The Truman Show when it comes to his films, but I really enjoy that. But he was an Australian director, and this seems to be one of his classics. And as I mentioned before, it comes with new printing of the original novel by Joan Lindsay. Fictional story, but sort of written about as if it were real. This disappearance of some college students from a real location, Hanging Rock, in Australia. So it could be an interesting drama, mystery sort of thing. And of course, one of the films that basically comes to mind whenever you think of Bergman, The Seventh Seal from 1957. The image of a guy playing chess with death, the Grim Reaper, has become frequently referenced and parodied. And this is where it came from. This unique tale about morality, faith, life, death. So it's probably not really a feel-good movie, but it's considered very significant, very important in movie history. (1990s) Close Up by Abbas Kiarostami. He's got a few movies with the Criterion Collection. A while back I got Like Someone in Love, which he made in Japan somewhat recently, and I really enjoyed that one. But this is considered, again, sort of one of his all-time great movies. This semi-fictional but essentially reenactment of, what's his name? Hossein Sabzian, impersonating a well-known Iranian filmmaker to of course, trick people, kind of manipulate them, but not really sinisterly, sort of just to get an idea of that fame, that perspective. So that'll be very interesting to check out. 1975's Nashville from Robert Altman. Got a couple of his movies already, Three Women and McCabe and Mrs. Miller. I've enjoyed both of those quite a bit. Now this is quite an interesting one, sort of a comedy drama satire, sort of looking at Americana through the Nashville music and cultural scene. Not really one for country, but I do like the city, as I mentioned before. And with the big cast, it's probably got a lot of interesting character perspectives, little arcs throughout its runtime. And finally, 1985's Lost in America from Albert Brooks. I was already kind of intrigued by hearing about this being sort of a 80s satire on Easy Rider, kind of the uproot and find the American dream scenario. But also the fact that it's Albert Brooks. I admittedly don't know much about his live action work. I mainly know him from The Simpsons and his Pixar roles. But I've heard good things about this, sort of just things not going well for the main characters kind of comedy. So that'll be an interesting journey into his line of work. So yeah, those are my purchases for these last few weeks. In the comments, feel free to let me know what you bought or what you're interested in getting in the future. Also, I'd like your feedback on if I should just do this kind of video for future sales. There's one coming up in November sometime, and I'm curious if I should do this whole process again of showing my purchases day by day and then doing a summary at the end of the sale, or just doing the summary, showing off all of them in one little vlog thing. So that's it for now. See you later, film fans.